Welcome to Quorum SSF's first ever buddy system. I'm Maddie Short, Schools and Resources Manager, and all of us at Quorum SSF are thrilled to connect you with other festival schools and draw on your diverse experiences to support one another in one night of Shakespeare. One of the things that I love the most about the festival is the bringing together of diverse communities on a performance night. And although it's not possible to bring you together physically this year, there is no reason not to do this virtually. We've all done things virtually this year that we didn't think were possible. So you've signed up, you've agreed to share your email address with your fellow teachers in your group. What's next? In this email, you'll be introduced to your own buddy group, 3 or 4 schools who are all taking part in the 2020 festival. We're excited this year that, unrestricted by geographical boundaries, we can bring schools together from across the country, something that's not been possible before. In this email, you've been introduced to your group by one of the festival team, Amy, Alistair or Jess, and they will be there to support you throughout the process. So if you have any questions about your buddy group, go directly to them. Whilst I know that some of you will want to use these groups to create links between your students, and this is something we would absolutely recommend, we also understand that in these strange times, you may have signed up to this to connect with fellow teachers. If you would prefer to keep this group away from your students and just use it as a support structure for yourself, that is totally fine. Just let the other teachers in your group know. You might want to set up WhatsApp groups or virtual coffees or catch-ups. Of course, if you want to use it for both students and teachers, that would be ideal. As a former teacher myself, I understand the enormous pressures you are under every single day. And I didn't teach in the midst of a global pandemic. So with that in mind, please don't ever feel under any pressure to let this add to your workload. The purpose of this system is to support you and for you to share and use it as you wish. We'll send you emails from time to time to touch base and suggest ways that you might want to connect with your fellow group members, but please never feel that we have expectations from you. The ideas listed in this guide attached to this email are in the form of suggestions and stimulus, so use them as just that. As a starting point, we've come up with 4 touch points for you to connect with one another. Before your in-school workshop, after your in-school workshop, before the One Night of Shakespeare performance event, and after the One Night of Shakespeare performance event. When discussing the buddy system with our focus group of teacher ambassadors in the summer, it was suggested that the group could be utilised as an opportunity to show snippets of rehearsals. As each school's child protection policies will vary, we would encourage you to discuss in your individual groups how you go about sharing work and connecting your pupils with one another. Obviously, if you are sharing content with other schools, you'll need to ensure that you have the correct permissions to do this. And if you're happy to allow your students to connect directly, they should only do this through channels your school would consider compliant with your child protection policy. Use our social media handles, find those in the guide, and share your work with us too. We love seeing what you're up to. Really, genuinely, we really love it. See how you can do that on the guide attached to the email. You could easily assign a company member to be in charge of social media or your buddy group sharing opportunities so that you're not taking it all on yourself. You could also share your work with us via your buddy group coordinator, which is the person that emailed you, or in the green room when you're backstage. This is an excellent tool for you to share with the wider festival community too. So, with all of that said and done, have a read of the guide and look at the stimulus ideas. Email your fellow teachers in your group to say hello and get connected. And remember, we're here for you every single step of the way.